Hey, what if I told you your brain is actively fighting you every time you try to do something hard? Not metaphorically, not as an excuse. Literally, at a neurochemical level, your brain is wired to avoid difficult work. And the crazier part, the harder you force yourself, the more it resists. But here's the thing nobody's talking about. There is a way to flip that switch, to make your brain crave the hard stuff, not dread it. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Stay with me because what we're about to get into is going to change how you think about motivation entirely.
All right, so let's start with what's actually happening up here. Your brain has a very ancient, very stubborn goal: conserve energy. That's it. It's been doing this since we were running from lions and hunting food. Every time you sit down to do something difficult, study, work on a business, build a skill, your brain sends a signal that basically says, nah, this is too costly. Find something easier. And that something easier is always 3 feet away. Your phone, YouTube, Instagram, you know the drill. Now here's where it gets really interesting. A lot of us think the solution is just more willpower, more discipline, more forcing ourselves. But science is telling us something completely different. The real enemy isn't laziness, it's the wrong type of motivation.
Here's a framework that honestly changed everything for me, and I think it'll click for you too. Think of motivation like energy sources. There are 2 kinds. The first one, I call it fossil fuel motivation. This is the stuff most of us run on. External rewards, money, status, praise, likes on a post, someone telling you you're doing a good job. It works for a while. It gets you started. But here's the brutal truth about fossil fuel. It runs out. And research actually backs this up. Your brain values the anticipation of a reward way more than the actual reward itself. So once you get the thing you were working for, the drive drops. That's why you hit a goal and feel empty for a week. That's normal. That's your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do. But the second type of motivation, I call this fusion energy. Internal, self-sustaining, and honestly, kind of scary powerful. This is when the work itself becomes the fuel, when you're so locked into what you're doing that time disappears. When you stop checking your phone not because you have discipline, but because you genuinely forget it exists. That state, scientists call it a flow state, and the neurochemistry behind it is wild. Your brain floods with dopamine, norepinephrine, and endorphins all at once. It's basically the most productive, focused, euphoric state a human can naturally achieve. So the question becomes, how do you get there on purpose? Actually, drop a comment right now. When's the last time you were genuinely in a flow state, like fully locked in, time flying, doing something hard and loving it? I'm curious what that was for you.
Okay, so here's the actual framework. 5 things your brain needs to start craving hard work instead of avoiding it. And these aren't just motivational tips. These are backed by neuroscience. Number 1, curiosity. Not surface-level curiosity, the deep, almost obsessive kind, where you need to know how something works. The key to building this? Make sure your learning produces immediate, visible results. Your brain is reward-driven. If you can see yourself improving in real time, curiosity compounds fast. Number 2, mastery. This is the pursuit of getting better, not comparing yourself to others. That's a motivation killer. Just comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. When you practice at the edge of your comfort zone, slightly harder than what's comfortable, your brain triggers a neurochemical loop that actually sharpens your focus over time. It's like upgrading your own hardware. Number 3, autotelic engagement. Okay, this word sounds complicated, but the concept is simple. Autotelic means doing something for its own sake, for the pure love of the process, not for the outcome. The trick here is finding your unique strengths, not just what you enjoy, but what you're genuinely wired to do well. When you work in that zone, hard things start feeling like play. That's not hype, that's literally how your brain processes it. Number 4, purpose. This one hits different when you actually apply it. It's not about having some massive world-changing mission. It's about connecting your daily grind to something bigger than just you. When your work has meaning, your brain handles obstacles differently. Setbacks stop feeling like failures and start feeling like part of the process. Research consistently shows that purpose increases persistence more than any other motivational factor. So, what are you actually working toward? Not the goal, the reason behind the goal. Number 5. Autonomy. Your brain craves agency. The moment you feel like you have no control over what you're doing, motivation tanks almost instantly. But here's the reframe. Even in a situation you didn't choose, a job, a project, a class you have to take, you can find autonomy in why you're doing it.
Turn it into a stepping stone towards something you're choosing. That mental shift alone rewires how your brain engages with the work. Which of these 5 feels most out of reach for you right now? Tell me in the comments. I actually read these and it helps me know what to cover next. Here's where it all comes together. And honestly, this is my favorite part. When you build all 5 of these pillars, something clicks. Your brain starts releasing the right cocktail of neurochemicals more easily, and you start entering flow states more often. And once you're in flow, flow itself becomes the fuel. It creates what I call the virtuous cycle. Your performance improves, that feeds your motivation, which compounds your ability to perform even higher. It's not a grind loop, it's a growth loop. And once you're in it, hard work stops feeling like something you do against yourself and starts feeling like something you do for yourself. This is the difference between someone who burns out after 3 months and someone who's still building 10 years later. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's the internal architecture of how they're motivated. And look, if you just had one of those, "Oh, that explains so much" moments, that's kind of the whole point of this channel. If you want more content like this, stuff that actually goes into the why behind performance in the brain, hit subscribe. And if this video gave you something useful, the like button is literally the easiest way to say so. It genuinely helps more than people realize. So, to bring it all together, your brain isn't broken. It's not against you. It's just running on an outdated program that was built for survival, not sustained creative output in a modern world. But the code can be rewritten. Curiosity, mastery, autotelic engagement, purpose, autonomy. These 5 things built consistently turn hard work from something you force into something you crave. Start with just one. Pick whichever of the 5 feels most accessible to you right now and build from there. Last thing, which pillar are you going to focus on this week? Drop it in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable, and I'll see you in the next one.